everyone. My name is John Anchi. I'm the director here. Raise your hand. It reminds me that in order for us to win, we have to do this together.
Raise Your Hand is a tremendous community-based organization that maintains an unflinching view, an unwavering commitment to the power of parents and those most impacted students in their communities.
What's more representative than loving Chicago than loving its families? At Raise Your Hand, we get to change Chicago, right? Like, what's better than doing that meaningful work? I think about the three versions of me that exist, right? The one that was undocumented, the one that was, jumped around from home to home, the one that didn't speak English, right? We need to have a Chicago, a society that is able to meet all of those needs, right, that I had, regardless of my privileges. We organize parents around systemic issues in education, right? We get to change, we get to move the needle.
We believe that every kid should have access to a well-resourced public education. I went through training, I learned about my rights, I got involved in rallies, I started keeping Sharpies and poster board in the trunk of my car. Some really critical things that I've learned from working with Raise Your Hand is some things happen really fast and you need to be on the ready, like shutting down City Hall with as many people as you can get because a vote is about to happen that wasn't on the agenda and they need to hear our voice. And I've also learned from Raise Your Hand that some things that are worth fighting for to protect public education take years.
Something that I'm most excited about is in partnership with the Chicago Lawyers Committee, right, is our state level school funding work. We're 5 years in a 10-year promise that's going to take 30 more years to fund, right? And our goal is to make that unacceptable, right? That Illinois families can't wait for 2 generations.
This is a coalition that is calling upon our state to fulfill the promise to Illinois students to adequately fund our public education system. Because Raise Your Hand understands, like we do, that the issues impacting these communities and families arise from complex systems of oppression. There's not going to be any one single advocacy campaign, lawsuit, policy change that we're going to win that's going to fundamentally shift the landscape of public education. However, we do understand that by staying in this fight together and by centering the voices of those most impacted, change will come.
I love the Chicago Lawyers Committee for one of its main reasons and how we work together. At the local school council level, they've really worked with us to really ensure and protect democracy. On election day, running the hotline, to lawyers writing legislation for us. Chicago Lawyers Committee believes in the grassroots, believes in the voices of folks that are actually impacted by policies, and they'll fight for them. We have worked together on almost every education issue, so I'm sure that will continue. It's justice above all.